Hello friend, welcome to your reading. Let it flow, let it flow, let them go, let them go, let it flow. Let it flow, let it go, let it go. Welcome to your reading today. Today's reading is going to be about love and romance, so if that is not your jam, then I understand, but I do have some amazing downloads that I got from my guides that I needed to come on here and share with you all. First card out is one of the Soulmate card messages. Life is a cycle of changing seasons. Let us welcome each new season and surrender the past with grace. Let us remember that nothing is ever lost, for all exists eternally within our heart. Life is a cycle of changing seasons. Let us welcome each new season and surrender the past with grace. Let us remember that nothing is ever lost, for all exists eternally within our heart. I think that this message of surrender and letting go and allowing in is really, really profound, and that's sort of what I've been having these intense downloads about over the last couple of days, and I've been wanting to come on here and film. There's this emphasis and importance on letting go what isn't meant for us, and in order to allow in whatever is meant for us. I feel like, let's just see what comes out. What does the collective need to know in terms of love and romance right now? Show me. This is the Neon Awakening Volume 2 deck from Spiritual Infusion 1111. It will be linked below. And while I shuffle here, if you wouldn't mind liking this video and subscribing if you are so inclined, I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to grow this channel to 500 subscribers, at which point I will be doing a giveaway of this deck, as well as the Neon Awakening Volume 1 and some other goodies. So please share if you are so inclined, like, subscribe, do all the YouTube things. I love this quote. This is from the AA 12 and 12. Giving that asks no reward, love that has no price tag, a new state of consciousness, acceptance and being received as a free gift. This is the end goal, right? Of enlightenment, of community, of being in a divine connection. Giving that asks no reward. So giving without expecting anything back. Love that has no price tag, a new state of consciousness that you've achieved, and acceptance and being received as a free gift through this divine love journey, through this elevation that you're on. I feel like there's some physical clutter, some emotional clutter, some baggage that needs unpacking for you, collective, who is watching this video. And remember, I am filming this in March 2024, but this is a timeless reading. So when you find this reading, is when you're meant to find this reading. I feel like there is something that might be tucked away that you haven't been dealing with, and that's what's blocking your blessing in terms of love. You may be holding on to something that's not meant for you. That's what's been coming in strongly. And I do want to say this. I feel like if you're here, like, I would like you. Like, we would be buds. But even if I didn't like you, everybody deserves love, right? Everybody deserves love. And if you are holding on to a situation that is not serving you, if you are manipulating or lying or chasing a situation, then that love isn't meant for you. That car horn agreed with me. I take that as confirmation. There's that old saying, if you love something, let it go. If it comes back, it was meant for you. And I don't necessarily agree with the second part of that saying, that if it doesn't come back, then it was never yours, because I don't think that's true. But I do think that if someone walks away from you or isn't giving you what you need, then it's your job as a spiritual being, as a person worthy of love, as a person with self-worth and dignity, to let them walk, to let them go. And if they're meant for you, they will come back on their own without you manipulating, spell work, lying, whatever. It wouldn't be necessary because it's not meant for you. Do you see what I'm saying? Leave a comment below if you, something. This is the Death card, which I love in this deck, because the Death card in this deck, thank you, Sunshine. You want to hop up? My little assistant. The Death card in this deck is, how I think about the Death card in the traditional tarot. It's all about change and transformation and ending to clear out and make room for your blessing. Come here. Can you please stop? You're doing the most right now, and it's really disrupting the vibe. Okay. All right. The Sunshine Oracle has spoken. Sorry. This is a ragtag video. I hope you don't mind. Like this video if you like cats and all their shenanigans and nonsense. Feel free to leave a comment with a good cat story if you have one. I read and respond to all the comments, by the way, below, so thank you all so much if you do go ahead and leave a comment. As I was saying, in order to make room for blessings, you have to clear out what isn't meant for you. You have to let go in order to allow in. If you're holding on to something, your hand isn't open to receive. If you haven't cleared out your closet, there's no room for beautiful new clothes. My house is a terrible example of that right now. I'm in the process of decluttering. Please pray for me. But like I said, I do feel like there is something, and I don't necessarily think it's for all of you, but that message has been coming in very heavy lately. I know. I'm telling them, you need to stop. Some of you need to allow something to go, in order to make room for something new coming in. And, for some of you, this is somebody that you've held on to for a very long time. This is somebody that, if you're deep down and honest with yourself, somebody that you may have, like, I don't know, tried to, like, get them to do something, get them to change. But at the end of the day, part of this death, part of this transformation is accepting what you cannot change. And you cannot change somebody else. You cannot change their behavior. You cannot change their perception. You cannot change somebody else's feelings. All you can do is adjust your expectations, your feelings, your actions. We teach others how to treat us in relationships. So if somebody is not treating you right, if somebody is committed in another situation and you take their calls, you're teaching them that it's okay for them to call you while being in another situation. So all that is to say, it's valuing yourself It's living in your truth and your authenticity and your dignity to allow people to leave, to let them go, and to teach people how to treat you if you do allow them back in, with boundaries. You know, we can talk, we can engage if X, Y, Z. Because let's say that they are a member of your soul family. Let's say that they do have a strong soul tie with you. They are a divine connection in some capacity. The tie is unconditional love. And you can love them regardless of the situation, but that doesn't mean that you need to have them in your 3D life. That doesn't mean that you need to have them. That doesn't mean you have to tolerate bad behavior or sign on the dotted line to be treated poorly just because you unconditionally love them. Many people, that excitement is happiness, but when you are excited, you are not peaceful. True happiness is based on peace. Thich Nhat Hanh. Thich Nhat Hanh is an amazing writer. He's a Buddhist monk, and he has a lot to say about peace and happiness, and so wise. I recommend looking him up. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. It's like in divine love, in a soul connected relationship, yes, there's going to be triggers. Yes, there are going to be challenges. That's just part of the journey. But the ultimate goal is not this roller coaster. It's not, it shouldn't feel like a chaotic love. It should be a peaceful love. It should be a love that you can depend on, a stable love. And yeah, of course there's passion and of course there's fireworks, but it shouldn't, oftentimes when things are roller coaster and exciting, as many of those euphoric highs that you get, there's also these crazy lows, whether it's arguments, whether it's toxicity, whether it's depression. There is a price for the higher you go. You drop just as low, and peace and serenity, that's kind of where you have to get to in order to find that true enlightened happiness and peace. And I feel like for a lot of you, when you let go, not only are you going to find that, but whoever you're watching this for, the person on your mind, is going to find that as well. Yeah, because with this external influence card here, I do feel like a lot of you are kind of in either a triangle situation or there is some external influence, whether it's religion or culture or family members or friends, that are causing a triangulation in your situation with your person and making it so there's like failure to launch, or keeping them away from you in some sense. And I feel strongly that the more you can detach and let go and not give in to that urge to control or try to manipulate or try to fix somehow. Because I mean, the 7th house card of partnerships just wanted to come out, so I know I'm right. I've seen a lot, right? I've seen a lot. I've seen people like say, oh, you know, if I post XYZ on social media, then they'll get jealous and they'll reach out to me. Or if I, you know, take away my relationship status, then they'll wonder if I'm with somebody, and then that'll make them do something. We can't control the actions of other people. All we can do is live in our truth, detach from an outcome. And if someone makes a grown-up decision, then allow that to take place. You know, if someone decided to get married, then they made a vow and they made a commitment, and as painful as it can be, all you can do is honor yourself, value yourself, and say, okay, you made that choice, and if you made that commitment, I don't deal with married people, so sayonara. And if you detach and you let that thread go, then it allows true partnership to come in. Partnership that, you know, you deserve. I don't know why that marriage one came out, but maybe that'll resonate for one of you. Yeah, if someone makes a decision to walk away, all you can do is let them, truly, because you don't want to be with someone who doesn't want to be with you. You don't want to drag them back kicking and screaming. One, that's embarrassing for you. I mean, no offense. I feel like we're pals here. We can be honest. It's embarrassing for you to try to kick and scream and drag someone back. The Lovers is here. And if your person loves you, which I feel like they do, love, harmony, fate, partnership, purity, choice, and balance. If they love you, then the situation will balance itself. They'll figure out a way to make it work. Because transformation isn't a future event, it's a present day activity. Value yourself and value your connection to teach them how to treat you. That's the point of this message. Truly. I think I'm going to switch decks now that that has come in very clearly. I'd love to get some information on how your person is thinking and feeling about you at this time, the person on your mind. What is this person, how's this person perceiving the collective? How's this person perceiving the collective right now? Show me, please. How is this person perceiving the collective? Can you please show me? Ooh, that wanted to come out, so I'm just going to go ahead and take it. Seven of Cups. They're confused. I just heard that you're breaking the pattern somehow. You've been operating in a particular way. This is the Knight of Wands. And you've changed it up somehow. You may be going out more. You may be having a bit more fun. You may be posting about this on social media, or they're hearing about it from someone. Six of Wands, you're looking really good. You're looking really popular. It's like you're glowing up and this person is like, wait a minute. Yeah, you're looking really good with that Queen of Wands down there. And yeah, I keep hearing like glow up. You're having this glow up. Some of you may have lost weight, or like done your hair a little different, or be doing your makeup different, dressing different like we talked about during that full moon. And I feel like they're seeing it and they're like confused. They're like a little blown, like they're mind blown about it. It's like they're kind of like mystified and like transfixed a little bit. Show me how does this person view their connection with the collective at this point? How do they view their current connection with the collective? Show me, please. King of Pentacles in reverse. Not solid. And with this King of Pentacles, like, do you see how his arms are like crossed and he's just kind of like, I see that as like really stubborn energy, to be honest. I feel like they've been really stubborn and like they don't want to change. They don't want to upgrade themselves. They don't want to accommodate you. That's weird. That's some weird wording. They don't want to accommodate you. You're probably like, well, I don't want to accommodate you. I know some of you all who are watching this. Intuitively, though, they know that I feel like they know that one, they know that you know about them. I feel like they perceive your connection as very different than other connections that they've had. They may kind of get a spooky feeling like you know more than you should about them. They may not know in terms of like the spiritual side of these connections. I mean, maybe they've heard the word soulmate or whatever, but like if you consider yourself to be a twin flame, they may not know the terminology twin flame. They may not know the spiritual nature of your connection, but they kind of have a feeling about it. And they feel like you are highly intuitive or psychic, or like you can sort of read their mind or their feelings. And it does make them feel a little like self-conscious, uneasy. But you do make them happy. And I feel like there is a lot coming to light. They're realizing a lot about this connection right now at this time. What are they realizing about the connection? Show me. What are they realizing about the connection? The Empress. That you're the one. That you're the one. Oh. That you're their abundance. Some of you, if you're in a divine situation, so take this as it applies. You may have noticed that your person, like when they're with you, their career started like taking off in a whole new way, or their money started flowing really well. That's kind of one of the tip-offs I've noticed in a lot of these divine situations. It's like when you guys come together, financially for the masculine, it starts flowing. That's kind of one of the sort of indicators that it's like a divine or a soul connection in that type of way. If like everything starts hitting the fan when you guys like finally do get together, I mean, give it a minute to sort of even out. The energy can get wonky when things first kind of happen. Let it settle. But if stuff keeps going south when you are with your person, then it may be a karmic situation. It may not be a divine love situation. But if a lot of times when the divine masculine and the divine feminine get together, it's like there's this beautiful synergy, and like the divine feminine is like a good luck charm for the masculine in terms of money, in terms of career. If it's not literal money, it's like making connections to like grow in that way. And it's like there's this sort of like snowball effect. You as divine feminine, most of you are divine feminines watching this. If you are a masculine, you may be predominantly divine feminine energy. That's totally okay. But the divine feminine energy is like, I think of it as the fertile ground on which the harvest grows, right? Not to get too like literal or graphic, but it's like divine masculine plants the seeds, the divine feminine sort of like creates the growth for them. Without the fertile ground, the seeds just kind of like and do nothing. Please don't clip that and put that on TikTok. Or do. It's fine. I'm not on TikTok. But yeah, they're realizing that, I mean, what's being illuminated, the sun energy, is that you are this empress to them. I did just hear you're too good for them though, so they may have some like self-worth issues that still need to be figured out within them. They may need to do some like solar plexus chakra work. And I do feel like they may be in a karmic or sticky situation at this moment in time. They may have some additional healing to do before they're going to be ready to come forward. But yeah, this King of Wands, this is Sun and Leo energy. It can be a bit of an egoic energy. We saw with the King of Pentacles earlier a little bit of that stubbornness, and the King of Wands, he's sort of thinking about stuff before he makes a move. But the great thing about the King of Wands is that the King of Wands is a leader, and the King of Wands does he does have that fire, and when he does move, it's like it's time to go. It's go time. And he's very confident. The King of Wands is very confident. So I do feel like that confidence and that feeling good enough is going to grow. It's just going to take a level of time, of introspection, of understanding. And I do feel like once you collective detach, continue to detach from an outcome, detach from your person, teach them how to treat you. I do feel like they're going to I feel like that they're going to get to that introspective place. I do. I just feel like a lot of you, and that's not saying to like block them. Wow, my throat chakra just was like, boo. Some of you may be in no contact. Some of you may be in no contact or find it really difficult to speak to your person right now. And I do not advocate, if you want reconciliation with your person, I do not advocate for blocking them. I just don't. I think it's important to leave the lines of communication open. But don't respond unless it's on your terms. Don't respond if you're lowering yourself or degrading yourself or lessening your standards by responding. Definitely don't do that. Because the only one who's going to have respect for yourself is you. Like, the only one who's going to set your standards for yourself, who's going to, the only one who's going to teach people how to treat you is you. I know I keep saying that phrase, but that's what's coming through very strongly. Let's get some messages from your person. This is the 5D Lovers Oracle deck, also from Spiritual Infusion 1111. Another beautiful deck. What are some messages for the collective from their person? What does your person want to say to you right now, collective? What does your person want to say to you? A lot of us are going to be in very different places with our people, so take what fits. I want to show you who I really am, but I'm afraid to let my guard down. What happens if you don't like the real me? This person may have been wearing a mask. If this is a newer connection for you, they may have they may act a certain way in front of their friends and differently around you, or vice versa, and they're afraid for you to see sort of what's behind that mask. If this is an older connection, they may be trying to hide who they are from the newer people in their lives, and so you may have perceived them as having changed. I talk about you to my friends, and they know that I'm in love with you. You're irresistible and one of a kind. I do get the feeling that this person, like they can't help themselves with you. It's like this, my heart chakra and my solar plexus chakra just got really warm and soft feeling. I feel like if your name comes up, it's like they smile. I feel like they bring you up without meaning to. Even if it's something silly, like somebody's talking about like ice cream, and they're like, oh yeah, me and the collective went to this ice cream shop, and they got all these crazy toppings on their ice cream, and their friends are like, yeah, and I mean, we're talking about Ben and Jerry's, like, we weren't even talking about going and getting, are you okay? I feel like they can't help it with you. And even if their friends haven't said anything, they haven't like had a conversation about like them being in love with you, it's like their friends know that like something's different about them with you. God brought you into my life for a reason. I'm trying to understand the purpose of our connection. Some of them are asking these big spiritual questions right now. With that sun energy that came out earlier, there is a sense of enlightenment and a sense of wanting to shed light on the connection, the reason for the connection, on their feelings. I've never felt like this before. Why is that? I had a feeling this card was going to come out. I'm attached to a karmic energy. They are toxic and psychotic. I stay away for your protection. I'm going to say this again. I feel like I say this in every video. This isn't necessarily a romantic karmic energy. This could be a family member, mother of a child, a friend, a group of friends, a teacher, trying to come up with a boss. This doesn't necessarily have to be a third party romantic energy, but for a lot of you, I feel like it might be, unfortunately. Stay away for your protection. This person may feel like if they come towards you, then this kind of like toxic energy also comes towards you because they haven't been able to cut those ties for whatever reason. Ooh, I just got it chilled. It's coming though. It is coming. They are going to... You have to draw a line in the sand in order for the ties to be cut. That's what I just heard. You have to say, this is okay, this isn't okay. If you're going to do X, I'm going to do Y. And it may seem mean if you are like a people pleaser, if you are an empath, but it's not being mean. Again, it's just teaching your person, this is how I want to be treated. And you can either come along for the ride or not. You can treat me this way or you cannot be in my life. Pick. Spirit, show me what the collective's person wants to say to them. I'm going through a dark night of the soul. I'm completely lost, broken, and searching for answers. And I read your messages, but I am unsure how to respond, so I just stay quiet. Yeah, I feel like if you are in no contact with your person, or if you set those hard boundaries already in the past with your person, It's triggering this dark night of the soul and this spiritual enlightenment and this reflective energy that your person needs to be in right now in order to do the growth that they need to do in order to come back to you. And again, it's like, you deserve somebody who comes into your life with open arms and wanting to love you. Don't chase your person, because the more you chase, the more they run. And you want to be with somebody who wants you, and God doesn't want you alone. Everybody is meant for love in this world. And whether that's dating, whether that's, pursuing somebody else, whether that's just kind of living your best life and being open, whether that's just kind of working on yourself and like allowing whatever is meant to come in. I think that's what is meant to happen. It's unclenching your fist and allowing the open hand to receive. More messages from the collective's person, please. I'll take 2 more, please. 1. I know I don't tell you enough, but I think you're absolutely amazing inside and out. It's that smile energy again. I feel like this person trusts a select few people to talk to about you or to mention your name to. And when they do, it's like a big kind of goofy grin comes across their face. I don't know why I keep getting that energy, but I do. I really do. Everyone wants you, and I fear that you will find someone better than me before I'm ready to be the person you deserve. I'm telling you. If it's not the person on your mind, I'm gonna say it again. You deserve love. You deserve dignity. You are valuable. And you deserve to be treated that way. No matter who you are. So if this person is worried about you finding somebody else, listen, you're not meant to be alone. And I know that some people, when they believe that they've found their twin flame, they're like, okay, twin flame or bust. Nobody else is allowed in. But what if there's somebody who's going to treat you amazing, who you really, really, really love? At that point, it's like, who cares about the label? The 5D and the 3D, the ethereal, the spiritual, and the human experience are like the yin and the yang. One can't exist without the other. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. And there has to be the 5D, the spiritual, in our human experience, present every day. And there has to be a balance between the everyday, the mundane, in our spiritual life as well. Without either, our existence becomes unbalanced and wonky. So by cutting off your 3D, your daily life, in order to sort of aim towards a 5D goal, there has to be both. There has to be the spiritual growth, the spiritual journey, of course, but there also has to be realistic 3D consideration. So for some of you who feel a biological clock ticking, you want to have children, you want to be a mother, you have to take that into consideration. in terms of, you know, waiting on someone to do their work, which you cannot control, versus, you know, being open to other options, you know, soulmates, you know, mostly soulmates. I know these divine connections can be so challenging, and I'm not claiming to have all the answers, but I do feel like, from what I've seen, from what I've learned on my own personal journey, there has to be a level of detachment and a level of pragmatism and balancing the worldly 3D life with the ethereal spiritual growth and journey. My life is so empty without you in it. I regret pushing you away and I want another chance. I feel like for most of you watching, you know, I can't say 100% for everybody. I feel like for most of you, your person will circle the block. They do want things to work out with you. It's just they have some real lessons to learn. I'm learning many spiritual lessons because of you. This journey has been a roller coaster. Okay. Final messages for our beautiful collective. What do they need to know right now? What's their advice, please? What do they need to know right now? What's their advice? The 5th house, the house of pleasure, romance, creativity, entertainment, self-expression, and leisure. Please have fun. Life is a journey that can only be lived one time. So please enjoy yourself. I mean, like I said in the last reading, if you are meant to be alone during this time, hermit energy, do it with a lightness, do it with a joy. If that's, you know, going out and going on a date, then do it. If that is, you know, really being a bit more serious and really working on yourself, then do that. I feel like your intuition is speaking to you very loudly right now, actually. And you should listen to what it's telling you to do. Metatron's cube. Derived from the flower of life, it represents the patterns that make up everything in the universe. I feel like an Archangel Metatron actually, he assists in protection and oh gosh, I can't remember. Shoot, leave it in a comment below what Archangel Metatron does. But yeah, I feel like your intuition is giving you all kinds of downloads and codes. Pay attention especially to the flowers that you see right now. If you notice a particularly unusual color flower or a particularly unusual flower that's like popping up, I know in the northern hemisphere it is spring right now. In the southern hemisphere it is fall. So if you're noticing any unusual plants or trees or flowers, take note of that and Google it, see what it means, see what the color means as well. The sun, more sun energy. I do feel like for you all, first of all, this sun energy is trusting that everything is being illuminated in divine timing. That you are being divinely protected and held in your connection or out of your connection. And now is a time to focus on, it's always the time to focus on yourself, right? Put your own oxygen mask before assisting others on the airplane. But I do feel very strongly that right now it's like it's sort of like an all hands on deck energy for yourself, for getting ready for, it's like, get your shit together. Get ready. Show me, Spirit. What does our collective need to know right now? What's their advice? One more card. One more. Yeah, I do feel like there's big changes coming for you all. I know I've been saying it. If you've experienced them personally, please do say so in the comments. Like I said, I read and respond to every single comment. I'm just so grateful that you all are here and watching the video. I do feel like big changes are coming, and it's like Spirit wants you to get ready. Spirit wants you to listen. Spirit wants you to take note of your dreams. If you keep seeing the same like angel numbers or synchronicities over and over and over again, 333 may be significant. That's one that I've been seeing a ton lately, and 222 as well. Take note of those. If you remember your dreams, write them down, or any symbols or moments in your dreams, write them down, because especially during Pisces season, for the remainder of Pisces season, we are so intuitively plugged in and very deep, and it's a very like intuitive energy. Like, we are taking on that Piscean ability of being like extra psychic and extra intuitive during this time. So please, like, even if you are like totally like not a water sign, not a Pisces at all, nothing in Pisces, whatever, just trust the energy is rubbing off on you, and like try to write down the signs and synchronicities that you are feeling, that you are noticing, and see how they resonate for you. Yeah, crown chakra here. That's the enlightenment chakra up here. When it's blocked, you have an over-attachment to material possessions. When it's open, this is what's responsible for your spiritual connection, enlightenment, and consciousness. I feel strongly that it's like you're getting these downloads right now, and it's going to direct where you should be focusing, what you should be focusing on. And it's opening you up. You may have noticed your crown chakra actually tingling. Some of you, this is for a very few select of you, so please take this only if it resonates. Some of you, your guides may want you to veil, like what I'm doing right now, and cover your head. Especially if you are a reader, or if you do any intuitive work, if you do any spell work, if you do any rituals, if you do any sort of like spiritual or intuitive work, it may help you to veil your head, especially if you are going to be around a lot of people. So some of you may want to try that. I find it to be helpful. But yeah, I think during this time, during this Piscean time, especially with the new moon coming up on the 10th, which is a great time, by the way, to manifest. So feel free to write what it is you're looking to do and slip it under your pillow. I feel like there's a lot coming through ethereal, psychic, intuitive channels that is going to surprise you. Be aware of what is and what is not your energy. If you are connected to someone and you are feeling their energy, boot it out. I was trying to think of a nicer way to say that. Say, you know, I haven't invited your energy. Please go back from whence you came. You know, I'm sending you love. I'm sending you light. I'm sending you healing. But you can't stay here. And typically, when you intentionally say that, it goes. yeah, I think that's about it. One more message for our collective. I know I just said one more message. One more message for our collective, please. Proverbs 18:12. Before his downfall, a person's heart is proud, but humility comes before honor. And karma slipped off the top of the deck. What goes around comes around. Yeah, I think that if your person has been putting you through the ringer, they're going to feel the pain that they've caused you when you set these firm boundaries and when you teach them how you are going to be treated going forward, if they are meant for you. And it's going to cause your person to really gain a new sense of humility, which is going to cause a beautiful homecoming when it happens. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all so much. Leave a comment below if this resonated. Like the video. Please consider subscribing. And I will see you all on the next one.